Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. Now, I was waiting to see when Akem Marvon Waithe was going to come up for sentencing because I got a note. I usually keep notes that it was supposed to happen earlier this year, and I got an email about it. But anyhow, they have sentenced him. He's the guy from the funeral home. But anyhow, 5 disassembled guns were found inside a bag of flour and sugar, and the three were picked up. Colin Alfonso Wooden, 58 years old, out of Graham Hall Terrace, Christchurch, Akem. Marvon Waithe, he's the guy from the funeral home, 33 years old, out of Greens, St. George, and Skye. Yasmin Lucreta Murray, she's 37 years old, out of Perry Gap, Robert Street, St. Michael. She threw in the towel early. She was like, no, Dodds is not for me. The hotel in St. Philip, nope, that's not for me. So they were both convicted last September of having the firearms, possession and everything, importation, and they were also found guilty of conspiring to possess other firearms. Okay, so they were trying to bring weapons into Barbados, and they're trying to make it like a career. Okay, so in the end, Wooden is the older guy here. You see him here. He's the 58-year-old. Is he 58 years old? Something like that. He was handed the longest sentence. He was handed 14 years. Yes, Wooden is 58 years old. He was handed 14 years, followed by Waithe. Waithe is the funeral home guy, the ones that you said when I first put him up that he was up to be sentenced and blah blah blah. You were saying, oh, the family has enough money to pay, the DPP and whoever, the COP, the chief, they were saying that money was going to get passed because he was not going to do any time. But anyhow, he got 12 years. He will spend the next 12 years in prison. I don't know what the start sentencing was and how they whittle it down. How they deduct and deduct and deduct. Maybe they said it in this particular article. Can't remember seeing it. And then Murray, that's the female. She will spend 2 years. She's the one that says, nah, this is not for me. So in determining the sentence, Carlisle Grace, he considered the submissions from the Principal State Counsel, Neville Watson, and defense attorneys, Michael Lashley, and he represented Waithe, okay? And senior counsel, Angela Michelle Gittins, appeared for Murray, and Sophia Moore acted on behalf of Wooden. So Sophia Moore, your guy went to jail for the longest time, okay? Just saying. So Michelle Gittins, her client got the least, and the one that was represented by Michael Lashley, he still got 12 years. So since they got all those years in prison, I hope you don't still have to pay your attorneys. I don't know how you do it there, but anyhow, I'm going to put the story up for you to read, okay? Yeah, the starting sentence for Murray, the lady, the female, was 8 years, and it was increased. It was increased by 2 years since 5 guns were involved. Then she benefited from deductions on her role as the mule. Okay. She benefited from deductions for her role as she was the mule, her favorable pre-sentencing report, and she bettered herself educationally and vocationally since the incident and the delays. So at the time that she spent on remand, okay, so that's why she ended up with 2. The investor was with the guy at the family home. He had a privileged upbringing, good education, had worked with his father's business, and he was designated. Justice Graves designated him as the investor. He was the money behind everything. So his start sentence at 10 years was uplifted to 12. And then deductions were based on his work within the community, delays in the matter, and time coming to trial. So by the time his 9-year sentence was handed down, his loved ones were wiping their eyes as they left the courtroom. When Wooden Stern came up, his wife, was in tears. He's married, referring to him as the ringleader. The judge noted his 20 previous convictions. Married, he's a recidivist, but got a wife who's wiping her tears. The judge noted his previous convictions and the 20-year sentence he already served for gun-related offenses, and that he still returned the same. He still returned to the same behavior. His 15-year start point was increased to 18 years before discounts and time spent on remand, the delays and whatever else, and his trying to change his life for the past 7 years, where he had gotten married and was working and had no other matters before the court. So Woodin's sentence was whittled down to 14 years. Okay, so it was 15, started at 15, went up to 18, and then he has to spend 14 years. So he tried to change his life, but he went back to the same old him. That's who you are. You are what you are. Okay, so that's it for this particular one. They're off to prison. All three are off to prison for trying. Well, they didn't try. They brought guns into Barbados and were caught. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.